In year 1957, a dog was the first living creature to be sent into space. An Earth satellite sent Lika to visit space, but she died when the cabin overheated. In year 1923, Bobby was accidentally separated from his family, while they were on a road trip in Indiana. After carrying out an extensive and exhaustive search for their beloved dog, the family reached their home in Oregon, disappointed and sad. 6 months later, Bobby appeared. He was there at the doorstep of his family home, gotten all scrawny and bony from the long walk that he set all the way from Indiana to his home in Oregon. On his journey back, he precisely scaled a distance of 105 kilometers, crossing through all the physical hurdles of mountains, deserts, and plains falling in between. On average, Bobby must have traveled about 23 kilometers each day. Around 2003, scientists in Croatia investigated why lampposts were falling down around the country. They came to the conclusion that a chemical in dogs' urine was rotting the metal at the bottom of the lampposts. In 1992, a German countess died and left her $106 million fortune to her pet Alsatian. Golfer Tiger Woods had a pet dog as a child and used to talk to it for hours every day in an attempt to get rid of his childhood stutter. The Great Dane is the national dog of Germany, the country from which it originated. Despite its name, this dog breed has nothing to do with Denmark. The most expensive dog in the world cost its owner $1.5 million. This pricey pooch was a Tibetan Mastiff sold in China. During the First World War, dogs were used to send messages to the front line. The messages would be attached to their bodies and removed and read once they reached their destination. The Russians trained dogs during World War II to run suicide missions with mines strapped to their backs. The town of Idlewild, California elected its first mayor in 2012, Mayor Max. But Max isn't just any regular mayor, he's a golden retriever. Although Mayor Max passed away in 2013, the town elected Mayor Max II into the office and he's been governing Idlewild ever since. There are hundreds of official dog breeds in the world and even more mixes and mutts than we can count. Each dog has its own unique set of characteristics and personality. But one thing is certain, these lovable and wonderful companions are fascinating creatures. However, there are still plenty of facts we don't know about our pooches. Here are some interesting facts that just may surprise you. Enjoy with 50 amazing facts about dogs you probably didn't know. Dogs' noses. No two dog noses are the same. A dog's nose print is unique, much like a person's fingerprint, with each having a unique pattern of ridges and creases. This is one of the ways in which dogs can be identified if necessary. Did you ask why are dogs' noses wet? The answer is that dogs' noses secrete a thin layer of mucus that helps them absorb scent chemicals. Their nose secretes a special mucus that helps to absorb these chemicals, and then they lick their noses to sample them, helping them understand what the smell is. A dog's sense of smell. A dog's sense of smell is legendary. Dogs can smell thousands of times better than humans. Their noses have millions of more scent receptors. Depending on the breed, your dog has between 125 million to 300 million scent glands, compared to only 5 million for humans. And the part of your dog's brain that controls smell is 40 times larger than yours. That's true, even though the canine brain is much smaller than a human, relative to size. A human's brain is about 1/40th of their body weight while a dog's brain is only 1/125th. Don't feel too smug, though, an ant's brain is 1/7 its body weight. A bloodhound dog and evidence in court. According to PBS, a bloodhound's sense of smell is so spot on that it can be admitted as evidence in a court of law. Bloodhounds are commonly used in tracing missing persons and searching for criminals. They can follow tracks that are over 300 hours old and can remain on a trail for 130 miles. Bloodhounds are used as sniffer dogs in various countries because they have such an acute sense of smell. They can single out a scent, or recognize several scents all at the same time. Your dog can smell your feelings. So, it shouldn't be shocking that they can, in fact, smell things such as fear. When a human is fearful, they perspire, and a dog is easily able to pick up on this change. Dogs can be trained to detect cancer and other diseases in humans. Cancerous cells release different metabolic waste products than healthy cells in the human body. Dogs may even be able to sniff out cancer cells simply by smelling someone's breath. Do you know dogs sniff butts to learn about each other? The fact that butt sniffing is a common dog greeting surely will. A dog's unique smell is secreted in its glands, and yes, those scent glands are located in their backsides. Dogs' rear ends are home to glands that produce pheromones, which contain information about everything from the sex of the dog to its health and diet. Thanks to dogs' incredible senses of smell, they can learn all sorts of information about one another just from the nuances of the odor. So, the butt sniff is basically the dog's method of getting a first impression. Dog's ear muscles. Ever wondered why a dog can move its ears so freely? The answer: there are at least 18 muscles in a dog's ear which all work separately, making movement in this area very easy. Do you know the Lundehune breed can close its ears? Dog's hearing. Dogs' sense of smell might be pretty amazing, but don't forget about their hearing. Everything from the positioning of their ears to the muscles in them helps them pick up a whole host of sounds that humans can't pick up. In fact, the most popular explanation for why dogs tilt their heads is that they're trying to locate the source of a sound. Dogs can also hear higher-pitched sounds, detecting a frequency range of 67 to 45,000 Hz. The human range is from 64 to 23,000 Hz. The hearing of humans is most effective at 2,000 Hz, while dogs can hear very clearly at 8,000 Hz. Paul McCartney apparently recorded a very high whistle sound in the song A Day in the Life, so that his pet dog would be able to hear it. Anyway, for both dogs and humans, the upper end of the hearing range decreases with age. UFO states that on average around 30% of Dalmatians are deaf in one ear and 5% are deaf in both. This is due to something called the extreme piebald gene, which is responsible for their white coat and blue eyes. In some of them, Dalmatians with larger dark patches are less likely to be deaf. Puppies' hearing. Puppies may be born deaf, but they quickly surpass our hearing abilities. And they are completely blind. The first sense which they develop is the sense of touch. Barking dogs. If you thought all dogs barked, then prepare yourself for that. There is an African wolf dog known as the Basenji is the only dog in the world that cannot bark. But they definitely don't remain silent totally. Some describe the sounds a Basenji makes as a howl, but others say it's more like a yodel, and the rest say whine or scream. Shrieks and screams have actually led to police knocking on the door of Basenji owners preparing to rescue someone in danger. Dogs' eyes. Puppies are born blind and deaf, but most puppies open their eyes and respond to noises after about 2 weeks. Dogs are able to protect their eyes, thanks to the 3 different eyelids which they have. They have an upper lid, a lower lid, and a third lid, aha. This helps them to retain moisture consistently. Can dogs see in the dark? No night vision goggles needed. Dogs' eyes contain a special membrane, called the tapetum lucidum, which allows them to see in the dark. Dogs do have better low-light vision than humans because of a special light-reflecting layer behind their retinas. Do you know our dog's whiskers help him see in the dark? Those whiskers pick up on even subtle changes in air currents, providing your pup with information about the size, shape, and speed of things nearby. In the UK, there are more than 1,300 puppies that are bred each year to become guide dogs. These dogs are trained by professionals and then spend their lives guiding and comforting their blind owners. Dogs and colorblind. Over the years, many people have believed that dogs are colorblind and can only see things in black and white. However, this is not true. Dogs aren't actually colorblind. Dogs actually can see a spectrum of color. While they do have trouble distinguishing between different shades of green and red, which will mostly just appear as grays and browns, blue and yellow tones are relatively clear to them. They can actually see in color, just not very good as humans. It is similar to our vision at dusk. Aging in dogs. Aging in dogs varies from breed to breed and affects the dog's health and physical ability. The aging profile of dogs varies according to their adult size, often determined by their breed. Smaller dogs often live over 15 to 16 years, medium and large-sized dogs typically 10 to 13 years, and some giant dog breeds such as Mastiffs, often only 7 to 8 years. Though recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records, the oldest dog ever was an Australian cattle dog named Bluey. He lived to be 29 years and 5 months old from the years 1910 to 1939. Do you know? Dogs with pointed and long faces tend to live longer than those which have flatter faces, such as pugs. Do you know? Dogs who live in the city will usually live longer than those who spend their lives in the countryside. On average, country dogs will die 3 years sooner than those within the cities. The world's oldest dog breed. The Guinness World Record for the oldest dog breed is held by the Saluki. The breed dates back to 329 BC and was kept as royal pets in ancient Egypt. Reportedly, there are also carvings found in southern Iraq of a dog similar to a Saluki that dates back to 7000 BC. The Saluki served as the hunting hound of kings for thousands of years. They are a slim breed, but incredibly strong with impeccable balance. This breed is very independent but will always remain loyal to its family. The tallest dog in the world. The tallest dog in the world ever was a Great Dane named Zeus. Measured at 44 inches tall on October 4, 2011, he's the current Guinness World Record holder. The heaviest dog in the world. The biggest weight for a dog ever recorded was an English Mastiff named Zorba, who weighed in at 343 pounds. The smallest dog in the world. Chihuahua is the smallest breed of dog in the world. Its name is taken from the state of Chihuahua in Mexico. At less than 4 inches tall, this 4-year-old Chihuahua named Millie is recognized by Guinness World Records as the world's smallest full-grown dog. Dog's speed. Do you know? A greyhound could beat a cheetah in a long-distance race. A greyhound would actually beat a cheetah in a long-distance race. According to Psychology Today, greyhounds are excellent long-distance runners and can keep a speed of 35 miles per hour for up to 7 miles. Where the cheetah is incredibly fast, it can only keep its speed for around 200-300 yards, so they may have the running start but it would soon be surpassed by a greyhound. Which is why greyhound racing is such a popular sport in certain parts of the world. They can run up to 45 miles per hour, compared to the average dog speed of 19 miles per hour. Dogs sleeping. When puppies are first born, they will sleep for around 90% of the time. However, after a few weeks, this will gradually decrease, and fully grown dogs only need 10 hours of sleep per day. Have you ever wondered why your dog curls up in a ball when they sleep? Dogs curl up in a ball when they sleep due to an age-old instinct to keep themselves warm and protect their abdomen and vital organs from predators. Even domesticated dogs will do this naturally since they want to protect their abdomens and organs. Dogs do dream. Dogs and humans have the same type of slow-wave sleep, SWS, and rapid eye movement, REM, and during this REM stage dogs can dream. The twitching and paw movements that occur during their sleep are signs that your pet is dreaming. But puppies and senior dogs dream more frequently than adult dogs. Researchers found that dogs have similar sleep patterns and brain activity as humans, and that small breeds tend to dream more than large ones. Psychology Today suggests they're probably imagining familiar activities like playing outside or chasing their tail. Dogs sweating. Unlike humans who sweat everywhere, dogs only sweat through the pads of their feet. That's why it can help to wet the bottom of their feet on a hot day, and it's also why dogs rely on panting as a means of cooling down. A panting dog can take 300-400 breaths, compared to his regular 30-40, with very little effort. This makes it difficult to tell when a dog is very hot, but they will also pant and lie down when they are too hot or exhausted. Dogs heat up more quickly than humans. Dogs' normal body temperature is slightly higher than that of humans. It hovers at around 101.5 degrees Fahrenheit, which means that hotter temperatures can affect them more. Dog swimming. We guess everyone knows that dogs are good swimmers, and despite that, there are breeds of dogs that cannot swim. That is, Basset Hounds cannot swim. On the contrary, Newfoundlands are great swimmers, and the ultimate doggy lifeguards, because they have water-resistant coats and webbed feet. Newfoundland dogs originated in Canada. They were originally bred as fishermen's helpers and to rescue people from drowning. A few Newfoundland owners have even recounted their pups trying to save them while they're swimming. Dogs' taste buds. Dogs have about 1,700 taste buds. We humans have between 2,000 to 10,000 taste buds. This is why dogs will scarf rotting food scraps as voraciously as they eat a big piece of steak. Their less discriminatory sense of taste also has to do with their evolutionary instincts, carried over from when they would scavenge in the wild. Dog's mouth exerts. Do you know? On average, a dog's mouth exerts 320 pounds of pressure. The tests were done on a German Shepherd, American Pit Bull Terrier, and Rottweiler. In comparison, human beings exert 120 pounds, white sharks exert 600 pounds, and crocodiles exert a whopping 2,500 pounds. Dogs also have 10 more adult teeth than humans, 42 versus 32. Dog's blood. Do you know? Dogs have a total of 13 different blood types, and they are also able to donate blood to other dogs. Dogs' tail wagging and chase. Tail wagging has its own language. If your dog excitedly wags its tail, it means they're happy to see you, right? Not necessarily. According to Discovery.com, dogs wag their tails to the right when they're happy and to the left when they're frightened. Wagging low means they're insecure, and rapid tail wagging accompanied by tense muscles or dilated pupils can signal aggression. Dogs chase their tails, but it isn't always for fun. There is a variety of reasons: curiosity, exercise, anxiety, predatory instinct, or they might have fleas. Dogs have a sense of time. Dogs can tell the difference between 1 hour and 6 hours. With enough conditioning and training, your dog will be able to forecast their daily activities such as walks and meals as long as they occur around the same time each day. One study showed how dogs responded differently to their owners being gone for different lengths of time. Dogs have a sixth sense. In a 2010 poll, 67% of pet owners reported their pets acting strangely right before a storm, and 43% said their pets behaved oddly right before something bad happened. The top clues? Whining, erratic behavior, or trying to hide in a safe place. Dogs' intelligence. About dogs' intelligence varies based on breed, but do you know your dog is as smart as a 2-year-old? Ever wonder why children around this age seem to have a special bond with the family dog? It could be because they speak the same language, roughly 250 words, and gestures. In fact, your 1-year-old dog is as physically mature as a 15-year-old human. Proving once again just how clever dogs can be. Stray dogs have mastered the art of the complex metro in Moscow, Russia. They have been seen to get on and off at regular stops in search of food. The commuters have become so used to seeing the dogs riding the train with them that they barely notice anymore. German Shepherds are the dogs that are often seen working with the police force. This is due to their high intelligence levels, desire to explore their surroundings, courage, agility, and loyalty. Mating dogs. Dogs only mate twice a year. Unsprayed females only go into heat twice a year. So unsprayed female dog, their mate, and their puppies could produce over 66,000 dogs in 6 years. Dogs are direct descendants of wolves. There are many breeds of dogs that look like wolves, but did you know that all the dogs we love today have descended from the wild wolf? Wolves would certainly not make a good pet, and while wolf-dog hybrids do exist, they are only recommended for experienced dog owners. The Siberian Husky is one of the dog breeds which resembles a wolf. Despite this fact, they are very friendly with families and strangers. However, they need plenty of exercises and can be difficult to care for. Dogs drink. When dogs drink, they roll the back of their tongues in order to scoop up the water. They can be rather messy drinkers and eaters, but the way they drink is exactly the same as cats. Dogs get jealous. A study at UCSD claims a dog can genuinely get jealous when they see you display affection for another creature. It might not be exactly how we experience jealousy, but research has shown that it's similar to how an infant might get jealous. That certainly tracks with dogs' intelligence being on par with that of a toddler. This dog jealousy is something dog groomers experience when they come home to their own dogs. Dogs and human yawning. Yawning is contagious, even for dogs. Research shows that the sound of a human yawn can trigger one from your dog. And it's 4 times as likely to happen when it's the yawn of a person he knows. Dogs and bathroom. What is the reason makes your dog kick after going to the bathroom? Dogs doing that because they are using the scent glands on their paws to further mark their territory. Dog prostate and appendix. Do you know? Only dogs and humans have prostates. And do you know? On the contrary, dogs do not have an appendix. The African hunting dogs. The African hunting dog is the most successful land hunter in the world. They're successful in 50 to 70% of their hunts, which makes them consistently the best mammalian hunter. They even hold the current Guinness World Record for it. Dogs and cats. Media portrayals of these furry frenemies might have you believe that chasing cats is hardwired in dogs' DNA. But it's not specific to cats. Their evolutionary, hunting instincts are the reason they chase after anything small and speedy, whether it's a common ball or little animal. But dogs and cats can actually get along great, even yet in the exact same household, with regards to the animals themselves and whether you introduce the animals the right way. Dalmatian puppies. Dalmatians are most popular for their attractive and unique spotted coats, but when they are first born, they are completely white without a mark in sight. Chow Chows and Sharps dogs. All dog breeds will have pink tongues when healthy. But Chow Chow and the Sharpei are the only 2 dog breeds that are well known for their distinctive blue-black tongues. They're actually born with pink tongues. They turn blue-black at 8-10 weeks of age. Even more interesting, the cause of these black tongues is currently unknown. Dogs, chocolate, grapes, and raisins. It's pretty common knowledge that dogs can't eat chocolate, but have you ever wondered why? Chocolate contains an ingredient called theobromine which dogs are unable to digest. Consumption of chocolate could create a brutally toxic buildup in their system which could ultimately be deadly. Grapes and raisins might be good for the health of humans, but be careful if your dog comes in contact with them. Even a very small amount of these foods could cause kidney failure in your dog. Do you know? Spiked collars were originally fashioned in ancient Greece to protect dogs' throats from wolf attacks. Have you known? Like human babies, Chihuahuas are born with a soft spot in their skull which closes with age. In 2002, more people in the US were killed by dogs than by sharks during the past 100 years. An American Animal Hospital Association The poll found that 33% of dog owners admit to talking to their dogs on the phone and leaving answering machine messages for them while away. There are only 350 Siski Terriers in the world, perhaps the rarest breed. The largest breed of dog is the Irish Wolfhound. Thank you very much for your watching. If you liked the video, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, support us with likes and activate the bell button, as we are always happy with your comments and opinions.